Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So let's take it back a minute here. Let's go back in time a little bit. The year 2020. It's January. It's a little cold out. About the end of January. You're on the wild plains of Las Vegas, Nevada. The lights, the sounds, the homeless people. It is just a vibe, right? SHOT Show 2020. Right before everything went completely crazy, I stopped by the Spyderco booth at SHOT Show and was kind of talking to those guys, looking around different knives, and fell in love with a new EDC blade that I proceeded to purchase the next week when I got back. And that right there is the Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight. It's been in my pocket since then. Now the version I have has a black stainless steel blade with a full flat grind. The steel is a CTS BD1N, which has held up great, but it's just below the quality level of a CPM S30V, which is the Para 3. It almost has the same dimensions though as the original Para 3, so that's pretty good. It's just a little bit smaller, and it also features a deep pocket wire clip, an FRN handle material, which is actually a little bit different than the textured G10. A little bit of cost savings there because it is a little bit cheaper than the Para 3. Kind of save on that costs, maybe lighten the weight a little bit, and of course it's made in the USA in Golden, Colorado. So that's kind of the specs, kind of the story behind this. It says right here, Spyderco CTS BD1N, little Spyderco symbol on the blade, Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. And it has a couple of nice little scratches on there, but overall, being an everyday carry that I've had in my pocket for 2 years, wherever you can carry a blade, this has gone with me, even to like the gym. So this thing is always on me. Excellent blade. The only thing that's kind of weird about it, and it's because it is that lightweight material in it, of course it's not that G10, so you can kind of feel a little bit cheaper on the actual scales on the grip here. But the only thing else about it is the wire deep pocket carry clip here. Now it is a wire clip, and what's interesting is it kind of floats back and forth if it's not fully tightened down. Most of the material on mine, of course, as you saw, is already worn off. It was a black clip at one point. There is one screw holding it together, kind of like a paper clip getting pinned down there. I did have to put Loctite on this because it just kept getting loose, and if it gets loose, this clip wobbles all over the place, and of course, if it gets loose enough, it will just fall off. But it is a nice deep pocket carry there. Deploying Spyderco is very different than any other blade, although it does have a compression lock on the back strap here. But it has a hole here, which is interesting. I found a couple of different ways to do it. I do carry it like this in the pocket with the blade facing out, so you can reach down and you have your finger ready to go, whether you want to do your middle finger or your thumb. But you grab the blade and flick it open with your thumb. Take some practice, but it's also a nice little fidget tool for those guys who want to go back to your fidget spinner days. Little flick there, and I've also used the middle finger, but that one's a little bit more of a technique, more of a flick. But the thumb is kind of the way to go. You can also just deploy it slowly and it spins with your thumb. Haven't had any problems with the scale or the grips on either side. The screws have held up great, no issues there. Pocket clip, again, is worn down just a little bit. I do clean this regularly, and then I also put a couple of drops of oil in there to make sure it's nice and smooth. Sharpening wise, I have had to resharpen it, of course, but the actual profile of the blade has kept its original shape. Just a couple of little nicks on the end, but the tip is still there and in great shape. Some knurling here on the back. Great placement for your hand. That's kind of why I fell in love with it. It's a little bit smaller again and a little bit lighter than your typical Para 3, but it has these nice finger grooves, and I definitely really enjoyed that. So that's kind of why I haven't done a blade review in a while, because I've had this for 2 years. Now Smith makes a Field, I think it's called their Field sharpener. Comes with a couple of pieces here. I'll drop a link for the blade and the sharpener, but this is the only sharpener I've been using, and it's made life so much better just compared to the typical cheapo sharpeners that you hold down and run through. And you could do that here too for reprofiling the blade, but you don't really need to reprofile this very much. Spyderco is a very high quality blade and a nice knife build. All you do is set it up like this. You can also set it up different angles depending on what you are doing with it. But you can go set it up in here, you can set it up down this way, use the edge like that, but typically I just set it up like that and hold it down, and all you have to do every so often is do a nice, light, easy downward motion, just like this. Now, if you had to reshape the blade at all with that grind, maybe you chipped it or something, you can use the V-notch in here. And of course, you can always use the field sharpener on the side here. And there's also a couple of grips here to kind of hold that in place while you do that. But I've never really had to use this except for one of my hatchets. I did end up using this for, but typically this is all you have to do unless you need to do some serious grinding work to get this back to the shape you want. Now, I did run this through a little bit, so grab a little piece of paper here, a little paper test. I mean, a couple years old, used for many of Amazon packages. Little shaves there. Now, there are much better sharpeners out there, and obviously when this comes to you, it is a razor sharp, nice blade profile on there. But for what it is and how I use it every day, that is perfect. I think that's about covers it, guys. I'll put some links down below for you. I just want to share with you my favorite blade. I don't think it's going anywhere, to be honest with you. I like the lightweight, I like the profile, I like how it looks, I like how it deploys. And I even like the clip because not only does it have that nice deep pocket and that kind of that wire lightweight look to it, but if you have some of these knives that have that real kind of sticky point right there that sticks out and you walk by your truck, I'm sorry for the clear coat because those are dangerous. So with this though, it is very flat. And it is literally just like a paper clip, really. I mean, it's really smooth, nice, smooth finish. I haven't actually scraped anything, like scraped hitting a wall or bump. If you bump up this against like a stone or something, you're not gonna really damage it too bad. You can bump it up against your truck, like I said. And that, I think, is actually a really nice feature. And that's why I haven't really strayed away from anything else. Maybe there's something else that's exciting that comes out. They do make a variety of lightweight options, and you can get most of them on Amazon, which is why I picked up this. This is off Amazon, this is off Amazon, links down below. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, hit them down below in that comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. As always, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, it really helps me out. Head on over to Instagram, follow me there, like us on Facebook for all the latest and greatest deals on the internet, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Yeah, it's fun, little fidget knife. Yep, I like it.